box.
Yeah, like I said, I'm putting my name to it. I mean, I'll just give you the necklace that's in this one here, Steph, because it features
I
two
love that
pumpkin carved red jades.
Oh my gosh,
full
Dave.
necklace. That's just in one of the cases in front of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, stunning. I just can't wait for you to get yours home. And remember, Dave selected every single piece that has gone into all 18 boxes. There's
left.
four
We've already got
chances.
multi-buyers.
Oh my goodness me, absolutely breathtaking. 4 opportunities for you. There's about 25 or more, I can't see it goes off the screen, for your baskets.
Yeah.
This is your deal. This is absolutely your deal.
Oh, this is a crazy
deal. 2 left. There's 2 left. Yeah, the bangle alone. The bangle alone. I mean, we used to do bangles at what, $7.99?
Yeah, we've done $7.99. I mean, I don't think we've done a lavender bangle. Again, you've got the floating flower bangle as well. There is many iterations of this. All of them, together accruing the same value.
5 items.
Yeah.
£100 an item is
crazy.
Just
Wow. I mean, carvings, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and a bangle, guaranteed. Good luck. I have one final auction, and I always like to say to you guys that I like to go out with a bang. We like to do something crazy. We like to do something special, and this is that unique opportunity. And I promise you, it's going to be worth the wait. It is jadeite. It is the black series. So this is all Type A. We're talking a piano key black strand, and then that smoky, almost imperial bluish grey, translucent jadeite haigu. How many do we have, Ross?
65.
Okay, no, like usually that's a decent auction, but not for today.
This has never been seen before. This is
brand new.
This is the colour of the year for this gemstone. This is so incredibly popular. And again, it's about understanding the grade and the grain of the stone.
For sure. So this is piano key black. So that's extraordinarily rare, where you get that pure crystallized black material. I mean, it's not really available anymore. And to get a full strand is crazy. It's a genuine birthday crazy deal, never been seen before. And then this color here, that imperial bluish gray, translucent Burmese jadeite haigu, is a no-brainer. I'm going to do a deal so good that you can multi-buy. Maybe you look to create earrings out of these or put it all together, whatever you want to do. We're going to bring it live. There's 65 chances. I am going out with a bang. It is going to be absolutely crucial that you're multi-buying.
The fact this is not the first auction, well, that's just a mark of how incredible the carved flowers were. But if you ever see Dale shows, that he does something crazy with the final auction, and this isn't a piece I would expect to see do something so crazy with. It's brand new today, especially for the birthday. Like I said, years gone by, our brand new jadeite auctions, we've done 100,
Steph,
but not black.
Yeah, no, but you're right.
Have we done 100 quantity black? I wouldn't have thought so.
It's
very hard to get hold of the bag.
Yeah, the reason being, it only came from one place in Myanmar. So it didn't come from the whole of the Kachin Hills. It came from a mining area near a river in the Kachin Hills. One single location. It was only commercially recognized in the 1990s.
Right.
That's how recent this discovery was. That's how rare it is. This mine's been at the mining location of jadeite in Myanmar has been active since the 1700s.
Right.
And yet this was only recovered in the 1990s. It was mined out by the mid-2010s. The value has soared since.
Wow.
But they've just made this incredible discovery in Guatemala. Now this is Burmese, which we pay a premium for.
Yeah.
But in Guatemala, they've just incredibly discovered black jade. The price is through the roof. Okay, so just to give you an idea, you guys know Roland Schlusel. He is one half of Pillar and Stone, an incredible jade sourcing house. Has been involved with jadeite for 40 plus years. This is him and his wife Nata. They talk about how Guatemalan material is absolutely incredible now. And I just borrowed the clicker, apologies Ross. This is on his booth this year.
Wow.
This year, this is Guatemalan material, okay? So he says, this is Guatemalan black jade, selling very well for us, probably our best selling variety of jade right now. It's the best we've seen. You can even get icy black from there. And that set there with the rubelites is $12,000.
And that's Guatemalan, isn't it?
That's Guatemalan. Now we know we pay a premium for Burmese material.
100%.
And then he talks about how a strand of this material isn't possible. There is a strand of Burmese
I was going to
piano
say,
key black right now.
Dave, between the shows that you and I have done together, and for obviously I'm newer over here on JewelleryMaker, you're very well versed with who Dave is, but Dave and I have done many shows, countless, next door. I've never done black Burmese.
Yeah.
Never done black Burmese
I mean,
jade.
look, we can say that about everything we've done today. You know, the multicoloured bracelet, never have I done that. Then we did the collector's case, of which there was less than 20, and I want to finish with a gem we know we can't get again. And even with the Guatemala material, when they talk about...
You can't make a strand even from Guatemala. Not at the IC.
No. And that material is available right now. The Burmese isn't. And he said, look, for the piano key black material, which is the strand, he said you can't do a strand. And he gave us a price of like $12,000 for the open work earrings. But then he shows these icy material, which is, he says, this is icy black Guatemalan. And that's about $15,000. You've literally got that in the Burmese here. And I'm going to show you how translucent this is, right? And he talks about how with black jade, if you get translucency, it's another level entirely. And I believe, did I bring the torch in here? It might be in with you, Ross. Apologies if it is. Or it might be over there. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much. I want to show you the translucency of this because this is an ultra rare colour. This is, and you can see it there, what Adam's done with it. It's like this blue-grey.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's the
composition, isn't it? Jade doesn't really come in black. It comes in lots of colours, but because of the composition, we see colour.
Yeah, but when you see this level of translucency in black jade, that's like the ultimate.
Oh my gosh. We shouldn't see anything at all through it, should we?
The black strand you won't. This is the highest grade that one can achieve in black jade. From Burma, this material was mined out by about 2016.
Oh my goodness!
And even from Guatemala, it's too expensive. I know that because I'm in talks with the primary importers of the Guatemalan jade. As I said, they've made some crazy discoveries. They're importing about 8 tons a week. I'm going to start you off right now. You know what? I can start you off anyway, but let's start you off at £1,500. We know that just a pair of earrings of the piano key black was $12,000 at Tucson this year in February.
At trade.
They said, I asked them if they can get rounds, match round strands, and he said it's not possible, even from the new Guatemala material, which there is an influx of right now.
So far, we've got, Hazel's got 2, Sandria's got 3. I wonder if you're making a suite. I love what they did with putting that bright pink next to that. If you're going to create a pair of earrings,
I'll let you know a secret. I'll just let you know what's about to happen. This is going to be what you call a loss leader, right? So we're going to lose money on this. Yeah, this one.
Not the Burmese material.
Yeah. So I'm letting everyone know my only remit from Cherry was to make this birthday unforgettable, to make it exciting, to make it the most talked about, the biggest, greatest birthday ever. I appreciate the fact that you guys are placing that trust in me. And Sandra, you've just bought 3, another collector's bought 2. This is irreplaceable.
Do you want to just explain for those of you, loss leader is like a corporate word, but it's like if you were a shopper, they wouldn't say necessarily.
So I always like to go out with a bang. And when I acquired this, I acquired it with the sole intention of, how do you follow the multicoloured jadeite bracelet and just walk off with that, which is an incredible deal. I said I'm going to just leave everyone with the most insane deal you've ever seen. This is ridiculous carat weight. All the grades here. So you have the Burmese piano key black, which is unfathomable. It's natural, it's type A. Then you have the translucent bluish grey Haigu of heaven. And I want you to understand that this is Andy Lucas. Okay, so Andy Lucas was head pretty much of the GIA for about 30 years. He moved to the Guild Gem Lab. He's senior vice president there in the Far East. He now lives in Shenzhen. And if I just borrow the clicker, apologies, Ross. He reached out to me. We were chatting because I'm going to see him next week in China. And he said, look, I'm going to connect you with a Chinese lady named Dara, whose father is one of the most important Chinese jadeite dealers living in Guatemala and buying direct from the mines, right? And this is on WeChat, which is the Chinese version of WhatsApp. Yeah. So I had this conversation with her. As you can see, like our Zoom call got disconnected twice. We had like this 2-hour conversation. We've had many since. And she's explained, that's her at the mine, but she's explaining how, the Chinese can't get enough of this material now. They've just found lavender in Guatemala. We know they found that black material. And I asked her about pricing, right? And I was like, well, what can we do together? I'd love to work with you. I want to be able to get access to the mines. I want to be able to bring you some incredible deals. And they say for the pure black, which is this material, from Guatemala, it's $1,000 a carat.
Wow.
Right now. That's like wholesale prices. Okay? So when you start to get the translucent material, the price goes up. So that's why at Tucson at wholesale show, you've got Roland Schlusel saying, for this pair of earrings, it's $12,000. A strand is not possible. I'm about to give you this opportunity. I'm going to give you not a 30-second clock. I'm going to give you a minute clock. I'm going to ask you to trust me. I always like to go out with a bang. I've never done anything like this. About to go straight down to the craziest deal you've ever seen. We had 65. You're going to wish we had 650, which of course is impossible. But I'm about to end on the most insane deal you've ever seen, guaranteed. Taipei Burmese top grade.
This is honestly, to think about the fact that this is, had we not had that incredible flower carving piece, this would have been, you know, the one to write home about. When we talk about the fact that you're getting premium Burmese type A.
I'm just going to say,
not available in the market space.
Consider this a real birthday gift from us to you.
Yeah.
This is a thank you to you guys for putting us in this position of 15 years. This is going to be a no-brainer. It is literally going to be a miss, but I did say multi-buy. I promise you right now, this deal is entirely just a thank you. Because realistically, I know we're celebrating the birthday, but what we're really celebrating is you guys.
Yeah.
You know, at home. You guys have put us in this position. That is the reality. And this is our, you know, couple of weeks of the year where we can really go overboard and give back. Yeah. And we do that all the time, and it's incredible value, but this is literally a gift. We're putting these together, remember. So you get this, it's all Burmese, piano key black strand, which is just not possible. The imperial bluish grey haigu. And I always like to go out the bangs, my final auction with you. Straight down, 99 quid.
What?
I said it. I promised you. I asked you to trust me. I said it's going to be a loss leader. I said we're going to lose money. I said I want to gift this to you. I want you to own this. This is really happening.
Burma.
If you don't believe it, try it. Call up. Use the web. Use the app. If you think this is too good to be true, trust me. You're about to get this incredible black jadeite series from Myanmar, from that legacy.
Burma.
You got to be there. There was
Honestly,
60. We couldn't get 200.
Outrageous good value.
Yeah.
I went to Vietnam last year, and Dave and I have had many hilarious conversations. So I come back from Vietnam, and I was like, Dave, you'll never guess what we saw. We saw like dyed jade, and it's like $1,000, and it's from Vietnam. It's not even Burmese, and they keep calling it natural. It's not. It's dyed, and it's $1,000 for a strand. And Dave's like, I've only been telling you that stuff for like 4 years.
No, but sometimes I get it. You have to see it to like believe it, because it sounds so crazy, right? You know, we all get in this kind of comfort blanket. We exist in this bubble. You know, it's hard to believe. You know,
I cannot. For Taipei, for Burma, for black.
And look, by the way, none of the team were in on this. It's the reason you got 4 split pays. Right, you've got 4 interest-free split payments, because this is genuinely
$299. This is what we should be.
Yeah.
$299. I'm pretty sure we've done $299 before.
Oh God, yeah.
When we were able to get the material, we haven't been able to get this for a really long time. We've started to bring through some of the most beautiful Guatemalan material, because it's just not, the Burmese isn't there. It's if
you can't get it. It was mined out in about 2016. I think the last time it was seen in the Jade Emporium in Burma was 2017. They pay an extraordinary premium for it, and to get the opportunity to get the original grade, to get that top material certified Taipei, and both distinct grades, the piano key black and the glowing imperial bluish grey, is genuinely crazy and should never be available outside of, I don't know, 4 or 5 figures.
$24.99 on your split pay.
On your split payments.
So exciting. $24.99. A lot of you multi-buying. I can't wait to see. Are you making earrings? I cannot wait to see your pieces. And that's exactly right. If this were just the strand, you know, for $99, but you're getting the carving as well.
Yeah, for sure. And then the carving is that translucent material. It is so ridiculously rare to get black jadeite that is also translucent and natural, and with that kiss of blue across the surface, which is adds a huge amount of value to it. Take advantage. Yeah, of course, Steph. I haven't even handed it to you.
I just wanted to just hold it up to my neckline, because black jade is so different. Sometimes I think with black gemstones, like if you had a black onyx or an obsidian,
I'm going to do a minute clip to close.
Good luck. See the difference.
Thank you, Adam.
But when you have jade on the skin, it's that piano. Yeah, that's where it belongs. It's the piano key. That is absolutely incredible.
And you can see with the piano key black, you see how the light bounces off it. It's almost monochrome. You know, it appears white and black because of the polish, because of the crystallization, and then you get that glowing material as well in the carved haigu. You got about half a minute to get this, guys. Then we're moving on.
Earrings, if you're multi-buying mala. I know Susie has a black jadeite mala. That is absolutely, and she's like 4 figures. A jadeite mala easily, more like, you know. That's something you know you're going to sell really well. So 21 seconds until we close out the auction. You've got 21 seconds to go. You've got $24.99 on your split pay. You're getting your hand-carved haiku. This is your birthday, your 15th birthday.
Well done.
Absolute
Happy
mega deal.
birthday.
And that's a big happy birthday to you. You know, that is us taking our prices best as we possibly can get it. And to get Burmese, I just cannot believe. If you'd have said it's 99 and it's Guatemalan, I'd have been impressed.
Yeah, oh my God, it would sell out. It'd be insane. But to say it's Burmese,
it's just
that's
incredible.
what this birthday is all about, you know. And I know you've still got lots to come. I know Von's got an incredible masterclass coming up, which is going to be
We're doing
amazing.
Amazonite next.
You're not going to want to miss it.
And
that Amazonite, which I don't know how Ross gets it, because we just cannot get that grade on our sister channel, and you guys are so lucky to get that glowing, paprika-coloured material.
Blue. It's just absolutely awesome. Well, thank you so
much,
much, Dave, for your deals.
Happy birthday. Thank you for having me. Thank you to you guys as well, and I'm sure I'll see you very, very soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Ross and I are going to be up next with the Amazonite. I still can't get over that. I'm going to go and see if there's any stock left. We have our Amazonite special next. Now, to tell you Amazonite is popular, I mean, it is our absolute, every time I've brought to you Amazonite here as your newest host, it is completely sold out. We've been understanding from Ross over the last couple of weeks and months about him trying to get, because obviously it's a bit of a pressure. He's got a bit of a flavour of what Dave has to go through for the birthday. Everyone's going, what have you got? What have you got? What's coming in? And he's like, I can't get it. It's not as easy as that. Exactly. So we are going to hear from, and no wonder it's, you know, such an incredibly prized gem at this grade. And that's the thing, not all Amazonite is created equal. It doesn't all look the same. This is absolute fine quality. It is this year's gemstone winner of the year. That's 2024 Gemstone Award. It won Gemstone of the Year, and you are absolutely loving it. We've got our birthday deal. Yeah, we've been waiting for this for ages. It is your incredible Amazonite birthday special.
Somewhere in Kansas, Dorothy dreamed beyond the wheat fields until a whirlwind whisked her away to JewelleryMaker's 15th anniversary celebration. Follow the road to world-exclusive creations designed by JM's award-winning in-house team. New product launches from JM's legendary gemstone experts. 11 guest designers demonstrating industry-leading techniques live. Plus, meet 12 iconic brands with dazzling newcomers to JewelleryMaker. After 15 days of discovery, the grand finale awaits. Join us for the 15-hour live celebration. There's no place like JewelleryMaker.
It's our 15th birthday at JewelleryMaker, and we're giving new customers the gifts. As a new customer, enjoy an exclusive birthday bundle. A stylish JewelleryMaker branded binder with jewellery making technique sheets. Plus a brand new JewelleryMaker mini design board, perfect for sketching your dazzling designs. Start your jewellery making journey in style.
Hello jewellery makers, I'm back in the studio this Sunday as part of the birthday celebrations. I hope you've been enjoying all the amazing deals we've had over the past few days. We've got some lovely projects for you on Sunday. In the 9 o'clock we've got this stunning chrome dioxide connector. And I have made it into a beautiful necklace which is so sparkly and pretty, so I'm looking forward to bringing you that. And then at 12 o'clock we've got my favourite. I've got the most lustrous strand of huge Baroque pearls, and they come with instructions to make this lovely red carpet necklace and also a very ingenious gem set clasp. So I'll see you on Sunday. Take care.
Welcome back to an incredibly exciting birthday showcase here at JewelleryMaker. Thank you so much for your gorgeous messages. Ross said there's so many messages coming in, we can't share them all on screen because it's super busy today, but I do really appreciate your messages come through. I always come off air and have a good little read through, so thank you so much for all your birthday messages. So if you watch our show regularly, you'll have heard a little about what Ross has been trying to do for us behind the scenes in sourcing for you this delicious and beautiful. I mean, some gemstones are just scrummy yummy, aren't they? And that's exactly what we've got for you. Yeah, it is. It's a wonderful stone. And you know, we don't mean to put pressure on our buyers. We don't mean to put pressure on our buyers, but we also get really excited about our birth and we're like, did you get that deal? Is it a good grade? Does it look like this? Is it nice and clean? You know, and Roscoe's been working very hard behind the scenes to source this for you, and he's going to tell you a little bit about this amazing birthday Amazonite deal.
Hello everybody, welcome to the launch of the first ever graded Amazonite material in JewelleryMaker history. We are very excited. We had some graded material, well, allegedly material, but we didn't grade it. We didn't think it was up to standard for the quality of the material on JewelleryMaker. We thought it was as good as stuff we've had before, but it's not as good as the stuff that we're bringing you today. This is the finest material we've ever had, without a shadow of a doubt. The best grade, the best quality, and the first time it's actually certified graded A material. Incredible. There you go, there's the material there. Incredible, completely natural, top quality, grade A Amazonite from Brazil, original source now.
No, I missed the famous and the famed icy. I don't ever get to see that, but this is the best Amazonite I've seen. I've never ever seen better. This is extraordinarily clean, it's extraordinarily bright. That colour is so pure.
And that's completely natural. We've got a bundle of rounds. That's the only chance to get rounds all in one go. Then we've got cubes, rondelles, and coins in this brand new parcel for the first time ever. Okay, so let's have a look at the material we've had offered. Quad A Brazilian Amazonite offered to us before from Brazil, from the same location. Now that's Quad A in the industry right now. That's what was offered to us as Quad A. Now I think the ungraded material that we've had at JewelleryMaker in the past is even better than that Quad A material.
You're right.
So we've sold ungraded material, and it's far superior to what you're looking at there that's got a Quad A prefix. Yeah,
I do always think it's really interesting because a lot of the time people talk about, and this is even what the traders talk about in terms of jadeite amethyst or Amazonite jade, but that, I think that image is a really good one to show what they're talking about, because the actual composition of the stone this looks like, I mean, there's not a blue jade like this, but this looks like
exactly
blue jade.
It does, yeah.
And when you have high quality and high transparency Amazonite, it looks like high quality, high transparency jade, right?
Yeah.
So you can see the grainy quality of this, and when you look at ours, it's more transparent, just like that icy fine jade.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like we said, this is the closest we've had to the icy grade material in the past that came in and we saw what happened with it. A big jewellery house came in and bought it, David Yerman. We've never had access to it again. This is definitely the closest we've ever seen to that material. There you go. There's the material up close. Very green, very opaque, nowhere near
grainy.
The luminosity and
You're
the transparency of our material. Nice, but if that's quad A, then us calling this, we're doing a huge disservice only calling this A grade material.
Yeah.
But that's why we wanted to start, because it's the first time we've ever had this on JewelleryMaker. So we started the Amazonite journey with Colorado Amazonite, and we were going to make that our flagship gemstone. We were going to have it for this birthday. The plan was to be the main gemstone for this 15th birthday event, but very quickly we were told that we couldn't get access to it anymore. As you can see, this is the email from the supplier. As you know, the nature of the jewellery industry is ever changing and fast moving. Things change overnight. Unfortunately, I'm currently unable to go into specifics, but sometimes opportunities arise that are just too good to pass on. So read them between the lines. It sounds like the same thing that happened with the Peruvian icy material has happened with Colorado, and the jewellery house has came in, bought up all the material, meaning we've bought out and we can't have access to it anymore. He did, however, send a follow-up email, and it was, if you are interested, I can link you with somebody who may be able to supply Amazon jade, the Brazilian source of the Amazonite. So we have had Brazilian jade in once before, but we've never had A-grade Brazilian Amazonite. So this is now another level up. We've had some amazing material in it previously. The Brazil, we've had one show of it. It all came in and it flew out completely. And then this is the second showing of that material now, but this is the A-grade. This is from a different parcel of Brazilian variety. As you all know, we just showed you that Amazonite won Gemstone of the Year for the first time in 15 years last year. That was the ungraded material. So we've jumped up. There's a little bit about the history. We all know about this, so we'll move on to this. But a lot of the time you'll see that Amazonite is referenced as a jade, referred to as jade. You just said it yourself there, Steph. But I looked it up on the IGS. Vendors may market Amazonite as an Amazon jade, since some green specimens may resemble jade and consumers may assume it's variety of that famous material. Some may be willing to pay more for a supposed jade too. So that's the reason they're calling it jade. We know in the East they are looking for any alternatives to jadeite. Khotan, mined out, the Burmese mine, is that mined out as well, Burma, or is it just hard to get something on? So they're looking at Nanong, Socorro. They're looking at quartzite jade. They're looking for alternatives, and now that's what they're doing in the East with Amazonite. They're calling it Amazon jade, Colorado jade, Brazilian jade, whatever. But that's what they did to bring the price up on it.
But you didn't want to do that, did you?
No.
You
So
said...
we have actually been offered to have it certified as Amazon jade or Brazilian jade. We've said no. We're giving Amazon the credit that it finally deserves, and it doesn't need to be referred to as anything else to help it sell, really, because you just have to look at the beauty of it for yourself. It doesn't need to have any extra push. A little bit about the location specifically. The most notable source of Amazonite in Brazil is located in the state of Minas Gerais, which is gem-heavy location, one of the country's richest regions for gemstone mining. Minas Gerais is well known for producing a wide range of precious gemstones. Brazil is known for high-quality specimens, so that's specifically about Amazonite, high-quality specimens, as you can see. Brazilian Amazonite forms when magma cools slowly within pegmatic veins, allowing potassium feldspar crystals to grow. Trace amounts of lead and water give these crystals their distinct colour, and the exposed crystals are mined after being uncovered by a natural process like erosion. Exploration. So there's loads going on here. Geologists and miners first locate potential deposits by studying the geology of an area. They look for areas where pegmatite formations are known to exist, often focusing on regions with a history of gem mining, such as Minas Gerais. So they know Minas Gerais is a gem-heavy place. That's how they know to go and look for Amazonite. Open pit mining. It goes into a little bit about how to mine it there. But I'll just skip a couple of these, sorry, because this is what I wanted to show you specifically. I spoke to one of the suppliers of this material, the A-grade material, and they messaged back. They said, to begin mining in Brazil, you must first obtain a legal permit from the Agência Nacional de Mineração, ANM, basically. This can be a lengthy process, as you need to submit a plan of operation and an assessment of environmental impact on the area. Big jewellery houses are now buying up permits across acres and acres of land just in the hope of finding this material and guaranteeing supply for themselves. This means that smaller mining teams don't have a chance of even finding the material, even on lands that is not being mined on. This graded material is so difficult to find as it is. Now we have the hurdles of not even having access to the land.
And we've seen this happen,
so,
haven't we?
Yeah, so because there's so many people, with what we're seeing in the jewellery industry with Louis Vuitton, Pomellato, Cartier, all these huge jewellery houses are buying up Amazonite and supplying Amazonite for the first time in their history. They're just buying up plots of land, meaning no one else can look on there, and then they'll just look that when they've got so much, so they're not even, there's just there's areas of land that no one's even mining on, no one's looking at, and that means that no one else is having access to that land.
It's like there's
jewellery house has bought it
investors that buy, you know, as the green belts become available, and
exactly.
they buy land that they know they're not going to be able to build on for maybe 20 years, but they know that the money is there.
Exactly.
And because they've got the cash and they're cash rich, they can do that, which has an impact on the mining then for everybody else.
Yeah. So there's land there that could have Amazonite, it couldn't have, but no one's got access to it because these big jewellery houses have actually bought up the land and not allowing anyone else to go and have a look there themselves. The graded material has created a boom in the jewellery industry. We knew it was coming. We've been saying that for quite a while now. We thought that Amazonite would introduce a grading system, and we've seen it happen in real time, and this is why everyone's buying it up, because the quality is just getting better and better and better. Jewellery houses are really getting behind this Brazilian gem. It is the closest look we have seen to a Paraíba tourmaline, but it is more abundant, and right now it is more affordable. It is no surprise as to why they are throwing their weight behind this gem. So you're getting all the look of Paraíba tourmaline with this quality, with this grading of Amazonite, but at a cut of the price.
Absolutely.
And because it's so abundant, obviously they're going to throw. It's a bit like diamonds. We know that diamonds, there's such a massive supply of diamonds. Really, you know, zircon's doubly refractive, but because the supply of diamonds is infinite, that's why it's got such backing, and that seems like what they're doing with Amazon now. They're getting right behind it because they know they've got more access to it than they do to Paraíba tourmaline.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, he's actually said, forget the comparisons to jade. Amazonite is now out on its own.
Absolutely.
So it's going to become a gemstone in its own right. We've said this, you've seen this probably numerous times. It was Gemstone of the Year 2024 at JewelleryMaker.
I love that piece.
Louis Vuitton used it for the first time in their history, and that cost £31,500. That's before this grading system has even been introduced. Messika and Boucherat again, £40,000. Clash de Cartier introduced it to their collection. The lowest price is $13,500, and the highest price is that's Panther de Cartier on the end. Sorry, £150,000. This piece we've seen on First Dibs, best part of £5,000 for a simple beaded necklace. Necklace, tiny gold. You're paying for the gemstone there, not the gold, because it's so small. David Yerman, £950, but I checked that very recently. It's actually gone up to £1,200 now. That's the Peruvian icy Amazonite that we say looks the closest to this material. We've seen this multiple times before as well. They're dyeing jade to look like Amazonite in the industry now. What's the point in buying a dyed jade that looks like Amazonite when you can buy A-grade, natural Brazilian Amazonite here today at JewelleryMaker? Another one there, dyed jade or jadeite, faceted, so like ours. An Amazonite colour would be beautiful to make some precious jewellery, but I think that defeats the object really. You know, if you're making precious jewellery and using dyed jade to look like Amazonite, you may as well use the real thing here at JewelleryMaker.
Now, the thing I find really interesting as well, you know, as somebody who's worked in jewellery for as long as I have, one of the hottest tickets, if you are a buyer, if you are in the industry, what everybody's looking for is the next Paraíba, right? What there's no two ways about it. Whatever the gem is, wherever you're from in the world, whether you work for Louis Vuitton, whether you work for the high street store. When Paraíba tourmaline came into the market, it did what no other gem has ever done and probably ever will do. So, and I think it was Toby, somebody was saying, everybody, or every buyer at that trade show, everybody in the industry for gemstones are looking for a stone that looks like Paraíba tourmaline, that is natural and affordable.
Exactly.
That is the hottest ticket to everything selling out. because there's no other gem. And I think, you know, some people do this. They call stones, oh, this is a Parieba quartz, or
exactly.
You know,
yeah.
This is, I
they
think,
try and
far
compare
more,
themselves to it as much as they can.
This is far more Parieba than jade for me.
Yeah.
This, I get that with some of the other material.
Definitely, I
but
agree.
This
one definitely
from Brazil as well.
From Brazil, exactly. So that's why they get them right, because they've already got that in the bank. They can say, oh, this blue gemstone from
Brazil.
It's natural. It's from Brazil.
Yeah.
And then immediately,
people think
we think Parieba tourmaline, but now.
And I'll be really, really frank, because I can't be anything but that. I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, or I won't. Some people won't like it. I have never, in 15 years of working with jewellery, in person seen a Parieba look as good as this.
No, I agree.
Is that fair?
On
love
a previous
Parieba
show,
tourmaline, don't
I
get
should
me
have
wrong.
done the same actually. I ordered over a Parieba and I compared it to the ungraded material, and it was like the difference was you'd rather the Amazonite than the Parieba tourmaline. I should have ordered over another one today to compare, because this is graded material, so it's another level up, and it's even better than Parieba tourmaline. That's
not knocking. Obviously, I'm not knocking Parieba. The reason I like Parieba tourmaline, it was discovered the year that I was born, so I read it, I was like, oh yeah. So it's like, you know, I'm exactly the same age as Parieba tourmaline. Well, I'm not, but you know, I have seen Parieba tourmaline. It's also my favourite colour. You know, this turquoise colour I absolutely adore. And I've seen Parieba tourmaline. Parieba that looks like this, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. But I will never, in my lifetime, be able to afford a Parieba colour tourmaline that looks like this. No. It's just not going to happen. So with my own two eyes and the pieces I've seen, even in high-end jewellery stores, I've been to some beautiful boutiques to see Parieba. They had a Parieba tourmaline on one cruise ship that I've been on. They had one in the whole of the store. Yeah. I've been to Paris. I've never seen, with my own eyes, a Parieba tourmaline as beautiful as this.
Yeah, I agree.
Amazonite.
Yeah.
It is absolutely
and no
stunning.
Treatment to make it look like a Parieba tourmaline. This is completely and utterly natural. And it's
Amazonite in its own right, which is what we're celebrating.
Exactly, that's what we're doing, yeah.
It is
I think
grade
we've been
A.
one of the biggest in the industry to promote that.
Yeah.
We're not dobbing it in with something else.
No,
it's out on its own as Amazonite.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? It's extraordinary. Now, I know actually sourcing this to get the parcel wasn't easy for you, right?
No, it was a lot of hard work to get the grade. Recently we were trying to move out the previous ones so it was literally last week before we had the confirmation that we could get this over and actually into the building to actually bring to you today. But not just that, there's a big team effort. Everyone upstairs really got behind this gemstone and really made the efforts to get this A grade in. And this is the first one we're giving the grade in because it is the first time we think this quality is the next level.
Superior.
So we've only got superior. That's the perfect word for it. We've got 100 of the bundle that you can see on screen now. That's a 4mm, a 3mm, and a 2mm faceted.
Faceted
rounds. We don't see very often either.
No.
And then we've got cubes, we've got coins, and we've got rondelles, all faceted. There's only 50 of the coins, cubes.
So there's 2 bundles.
There's 1 bundle.
Okay.
You get the 3, the 2, and the 4 in 1 bundle, and then the coins is on their own, the cubes on their own, and the rondelles on their own. But there's only 50 of each. Only 50 of each.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to ask you just if you wouldn't mind passing them over to me, just so I can show everybody at home a little bit more close up and personal. What I will say is, Ross has got you for a fantastic deal. So we're looking after you for price, okay? This is a question of do you love it or not? Because price-wise, we won't be beaten. I'm confident in saying that. What we are going to be doing for you is outstanding value for money across the board.
Wow.
One of the reasons I love, and honestly, this actual colour is just unbelievable. This is it from just a side-on view.
It's incredible. It looks like sunlight on water there, doesn't it?
It's absolutely. Well, this is. I always do this little trick when it comes to that. I mean, it's the facets make the difference, don't they? They just. It looks like we've all gone to the Maldives together.
The facets do make such a big difference.
They
I was unsure about it at first.
Yeah.
Because what the material we've seen before. That's got the more opaque look.
Yeah, it wouldn't work with opaque.
Exactly, but that's why they said trust us on this material. Get the facets, get the light bouncing off it. You can see.
Every time I've done like an Amazonite of significant quality before, I always kind of teach you about this little trick, which I find really quite fascinating because I'm a bit of a gemstone geek. So if you have a look at this sort of shot here where you can see we've got all sorts. We've got singing bowls, we've got amethyst, we've got ruby slippers, we've got poppies, we've got person, we've got all sorts going on. I'm going to ask everybody to close their eyes. You might have seen this little trick before, but it's, I think, really important, especially when you're wearing jewellery. If you close your eyes, everybody at home, in a moment I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and just naturally let your vision fall upon something on screen, okay? Just don't try and force it, just naturally see what you have a look at, okay? So everybody close their eyes. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, what are you looking at? Right?
Without a doubt, yeah.
Without a doubt. Now, we are programmed as humans, as part of human nature and evolution, we are programmed to find clean water, okay? We're also red, because we're also, it's the colour of blood, it's the colour of danger. Red is another one.
Makes sense,
We've got all sorts of red, but we need water more than anything else.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's the reason why, if I said to you, do you like the colour turquoise? Do you like the colour? You're going to go, yep, I like it. It's innate, it's ingrained with us. So that's one of the reasons why so many of us love this extraordinary gem. Which one are we starting with, Roscoe?
We're going to start with the bundle.
Okay.
We'll have a 30-second to launch. Let's give everyone the same chance. This is the biggest quantity. There's only 100. But you're going to get an incredible price, especially for the birthday.
Look at this. Oh, and the skin. Oh my gosh. Right, get ready to dial. So this is the first auction. It is your bundle. So you're actually going to get 3 strands. If we take a little closer look at this beautiful colour against the skin, I mean, hello, heaven.
Amazing. Natural, A grade.
Oh my gosh. Is this the strand of the birthday? I mean,
I think so. They're full length strands as well, Yvonne, yeah. 38cm strands.
Oh, you
and
have
you get
got
all 3 for one price.
Roscoe, you must feel a bit proud. You must have a little bit of the smug bug.
My greatest achievement in work.
Good. You should feel proud. This is absolutely beautiful. Look, the colour is just absolutely out of this world. The facets work incredibly. That's one of those things to make that decision to take the gamble, and you took the cutter's advice to say, look, this material.
And luckily we did. Yeah, look, we agreed. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think one of the ones we showed earlier was faceted, wasn't it? And you can see the difference.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, it wasn't.
No, it's not a stone that we normally facet, because basically the composition, so the way that the atoms are connected, it's very much like jade. It's a grainy stone. It's a stone that is
there you go.
opaque.
Yeah, that one, the dyed jade. That's faceted, but because it's opaque, it's a bit pointless, isn't it?
You can't
really
see them as individual facets.
Whereas on ours, you've got the translucency and the luminosity.
It gives you that adamantine lustre on top of that remarkable colour. Please let us know what you think. Please let us know your thoughts on this material. Drop us a message.
One of the first bidders in, Susie, which is very telling.
And she's been told she's not allowed to shop, so she's doing.
I don't mind Susie.
Yeah, Susie's been. Susie, you get in there. Absolutely amazing. You can't not. I know she's a massive fan, and she often will put it with black jade. I don't know if you've still got. Susie likes to put Amazonite next to black jade. It does look amazing. Also pearls.
Pearls.
Oh yeah, pearls, and it's like pearls and Larimar. They're just seaside.
Aren't they? Yeah, you can use that with
summer.
With the pearls,
if you've just booked a holiday, or what are you thinking? What would you put this with? Or how would you? I love to see how everybody's creative minds go differently.
Well, actually, I'd quite like to put it with this the sterling silver spacer beads.
Yeah.
That we had
perfect.
First thing this morning.
Yeah.
Shall I pass that one over to you?
Is that with the turquoise? Is it?
That one's turquoise.
Yeah, so you can get the idea actually.
So
it's a similar colour,
that will just show you how I would like to use it. It's just a stretchy.
But it's beautiful. So the charm, we're actually going to show you how to make that in our demonstration hour in the next hour. The spacer beads, we actually may still have a few available. We'll check that.
Yeah, we can have a look at them after.
We did 1,000 pieces of silver for under £100 on the website. Yeah.
One of the best silver deals we've ever done at JewelleryMaker.
Definitely.
Incredible. And I just think that lifts the silver.
Yeah, without doubt. It works with all 3 colours as well.
You're right.
We've noticed quite recently, rose, silver or yellow.
To be fair, that makes the turquoise look quite dull, doesn't it?
Yeah, the
I wasn't going to say that. I was thinking
it does actually, yeah. It's literally that term Windex blue that we used for Pro tourmaline. That is literally what we're looking at with this A-grade material.
It is. It's original Bahia Paraiba colour. It is honestly, it's absolutely stunning. That's nothing to knock the turquoise. It's just a different grade. This is, by the way, grainy turquoise. This is normally what Amazonite looks like.
Yes, it is.
It's
that's what we were used to, and it was great, and people loved it.
It's also often got a secondary green. So when we talk about primary colours and secondary colours, it's a bluish green stone. Primary colour being blue, secondary colour being green. So we call it a bluish green stone, like turquoise.
Yes.
But this
is certified blue.
Pure.
First time,
Pure. an incredible
Well, let's
blue.
get a price on the screen. Let's just start at £1,500, £500 a strand. We're closing nowhere near that price today. The phone line, the baskets have gone absolutely crazy. Well done to everyone that's confirmed already. You've got nothing to worry about. You can sit back and enjoy the auction. But so many people in the baskets, and that's fine. Sit back and wait for the final price if you want. But I would recommend checking out as soon as you can, because everyone will pay the final low price.
So you've
£500 a strand, but we're not stopping anywhere near there.
4 mils, 3 mils, and 2 mils.
2 mils, yeah.
Which is
We've never done 3 and 2 since we've relaunched Amazonite, as it were, with Colorado, Mozambique, and
they are just
Peruvian.
absolutely amazing. I always like to think about the peacock colours. So Zambian amethyst, lapis lazuli,
amazing,
like
fabulous.
pink. We don't
Yeah.
really have a pinky stone that works for it at the moment. We're trying to get thulite in for you.
Thulite,
We're trying to get thulite in, aren't we?
And Debs
Pearls.
did a demo with Amazonite and amethyst together, and it was absolutely beautiful,
Stunning.
amazing.
What are you thinking at home? Message us in, let us know what are you thinking of making for this. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hold one of the strands up to my neckline because I just think it is a stone made for the skin. It is certainly, oh my gosh, do you know what?
Amazing. Just for the one. Right, let's get the price on the move, please, Owen. Let's take £1,000 off. We'll go to £500 for the 3, please.
Wow.
Again, we're closing nowhere near. We're just staggering these crashes, letting everyone get involved, let everyone have a chance to check out.
See, my vision, and this is what's really interesting about Amazonite, because not all stones lend themselves to all 3 metal colours, but I think yellow gold, and I'm thinking, if I were to describe to you, like, think about like a Monica Vinader style stacker necklace. So you've got one full strand, then you might have a longer line with a couple of sort of stations of together, maybe with pearls. I think you could create a really beautifully stacked, layered necklace with a gold chain, with some pearls, would look absolutely amazing. I also think it would look great with good quality ruby, purple garnet.
I like the idea of having the Amazonite necklace, like beaded necklace, and then one single red in the middle, like a large ruby right in the middle. Yeah.
I'm just
or vice versa.
I'm just going to show you as well with Amber,
yes.
Jane,
yes.
I love that.
Keep these
right,
suggestions coming. You guys have such great ideas. I'll tell you why it looks so great at the ear. I've got a pair of Sleeping Beauty turquoise earrings. I think I've got Amazonite actually. And if you want something to create a statement, I'm just going to try and hold. That is a tiny amount of gemstones, but a massive impact. Do you know what I mean? A tiny amount of gemstones, really.
Yeah.
But a massive,
and
massive
how
impact.
Expensive it looks as well.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
phone lines
I
are
love them.
really filling up. Well done to multi-buys. County Jones was bought 5. Great Manchester's bought 2. Well
60
done.
carats.
Let's take this down. Not your closing price, but we're just staggering because so many people are coming in. £149, £50 a strand. That's our next price crash, but not where we are closing.
Ooh,
149, please.
Absolutely beautiful. They are. It is as saturated as the Perrier. Well, I mean, I've
Completely
never,
natural.
This exceeds. It exceeds any Perrier bar I've seen before. It is absolutely breathtaking and totally natural, which is so rare to see. The reason natural Amazonite is rare to see is because sometimes with Amazonite, you'll see that secondary green, you'll see that grain that comes through. If you heat it, it will take some of the greens out and make it appear more blue. It doesn't actually improve the saturation of the stone. That won't change with heating. This is just really, really good saturation, but it will take the greens out. To have this purity is incredible. Amanda said, oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Kunzite, aquamarine and Olmec.
Yeah.
And it's
definitely the Olmec. I love the different tones of blue.
I'm going to just show you. We're going to just take the lights down so I can show you the
Look at that transparency.
glow.
Incredible, the glow. You can see your finger through it.
That's unbelievable.
Look at that. We've never had that before. That's why it's A grade.
It's
First time in
absolutely.
JewelleryMaker history. 149, and we're nowhere near the price. Let's get to under 100 on the next price crash, please. 99.99, but we're still not done for 3 strands of Brazilian A grade natural Amazonite. 4mm, 3mm, and 2mm, full length strands. 99.99, and we'll come straight in with a 30-second clock, please, because we're not stopping there.
Oh my goodness me, we're under £100. It is our birthday. We are launching for you for the first time A grade
Only
Brazilian
100.
Amazonite. It is absolutely exceptional. Only 100 of the bundle. We're not done yet at that price. this is going to last you a really long time because you don't need many to make an impact. Even just a simple slider bracelet, I think, would just be absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
The most wonderful natural colour.
5 seconds. Bidder's just bought 4. Congratulations, well done.
Absolutely stunning.
Right, we've just passed
stunning.
half the stock gone. Well done to everyone that's confirmed. Let's go to $79.99, please, Lauren. $79.99
Amazing.
for 3 strands, and we are still not done for the 15th birthday. Straight in with the 30-second clock,
See,
please.
that's where I thought you were going to land.
We're not stopping at 79.
I thought
Yeah,
$79.99.
We've got a great deal. We're passing it on to you today.
Amazing.
For the
right.
birthday.
Dial in right now and call us to make this part of your collection. We've got the cubes, we've got the rondelles, and we've got the discs still to come for you. There isn't any more. You know, this is a deal that Roscoe has just gone over the line. We had to negotiate hard. There's like a war, wasn't there? A bidding battle.
A bidding battle, yeah. But they've said that in the industry they're paying 6 times the price now for the same material, yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Since the introduction of
I
the
just think it's
grain scale.
such a summery, vibrant, beautiful stone. It's going to work with so many pieces you already have in your stash.
Today, $69.99.
Love it. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. $69.99 today, and they're faceted and they're absolutely gorgeous.
Over half gone, well done.
I honestly think that is a brilliant price for just the 4 mil stones.
Definitely, yeah, it is.
It is incredible.
First time
value
I've
for
ever
money.
bought A-grade material, so obviously the price elevates, but not here at JewelleryMaker.
Not
because
here
we've got
at
100.
JewelleryMaker. Amazing.
Great
to
job,
see
everybody.
You all. Loads of you just jumped on the phone line. Now is the time to call. It's free to call that number. You do get a 30 money back day money back guarantee as well. What I love about this is the versatility. How many different styles you're going to be able to create. You know, how many different pieces of jewelry you're going to be able to create from these 3 strands. They're all 38 centimeters. It's 60 carats in total, and they're certified as A-grade.
First time in JewelleryMaker history, and that is why we're going to do something very, very special. Because at just over £25 a strand,
You going again?
we're still not done.
Oh my word.
We're still not done. We never were. We got an amazing deal on this. We wanted to launch A-grade for the birthday. They are absolutely flying out the door. We're going to have a minute clock, please, and we're going lower in a big way. There is 31 left, and there is over 100 in baskets. Wendy, Tracy, Maker, Hilma, Tracy, Pauline, Greater Manchester, Nancy, Bristol, Lisa, West Yorkshire, Denise, Norfolk, Barbara, West Midlands and West Midlands, Susan, Elizabeth, Dorset, Lancashire, Lanarkshire, Essex, Deborah, Lorraine, Greater London. Right, keep coming in.
So
you've got a
those are
chance.
the cubes.
The next prize is your final prize. There is a 30-second wait on the phone lines as it stands. Susie, guest designer, has confirmed. First one in. Jamati, Hazel, Susan, Barbara, Maker, Pat, Michael, Maker in Greater Manchester, Kent, Lincolnshire, Norfolk, Tracy, Cheryl. You've all confirmed. You've got a chance to get involved. 30 seconds before we go lower for the first time ever. First auction we've ever done on A-grade material,
showing you
natural
the
amazonite.
shapes, just so that you can, if you're going to get the bundle and want to do the shapes, you can have a little bit of a look of how they marry together. They are all from the same parcel. They are all from the same mining area. They are all
all completely natural, grade
A.
A, Brazilian, original source, amazonite, 3 strands. We've never done anything like this before. First time we've ever bought faceted material, completely natural. Today, the 3 strands today for you, under £50, $49.99.
Oh my, I was hoping you were going to get under 50.
That is the price of the 4 mil on its own.
That is
for
amazing,
A-grade material,
Ross.
easily.
That is the price. Yeah, that's the price of your 4 mil.
100%.
I think we've done lower grade for 4.
Yeah,
49.
definitely we have. Yeah.
Oh my word!
Right, there
amazing.
is 3/4 of the stock gone. We've got 25, 24, 23, 22 left. 22 left.
There's
now.
more in baskets than we have availability. Phone now, check out if it's in your basket. It is wild for this price. It is absolutely brilliant. £16 and 66 pence per strand.
Wow, that is incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah, if we sold it individually, absolutely no chance of you getting that. Purely for the birthday, you launch price, take advantage. We'll have a minute to close because that is rock bottom on this deal.
Love it. I absolutely love it. Put it with pearls, put it with jade, put it with so many other gemstones. They are absolutely beautiful. What a gorgeous colour. Now, this is the time where we get to, we're nearly sold out. If you want it, you've got to start thinking about checking out. The other 3 are separate
Less
auctions,
than 20
aren't they,
left.
Roscoe?
Yeah, 3 separate auctions. They're all on pre-order, so grab them now.
You can't not put these with pearls.
We'll have a minute to close, please. We're at rock bottom price.
Beautiful?
They look amazing with pearls, yeah.
They're
And
just
again,
the right size pearls with those as well.
And I just think if you add a opposite end of the colour wheel, a purple, add a blue, add a dark blue, even a green. Oh, I love somebody's idea about the amber. Oh,
that
absolutely
brilliant, doesn't it?
But this is the thing, right? This is one of those strands. When you get it home, make yourself a cup of tea. Don't get making straight away, right? Start pulling other gemstones together, see what else you've got. Because I know in your stash already, you're going to have so many options to work with.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Right, 30 seconds.
Send it into the Wall of Fame as well, without doubt. I want to see that.
Yeah,
Definitely want to
we'd
see
love
the
to
A-grade
see
material
it.
for the first time.
Gorgeous. And just for holidays, you know, just loads of lots and lots of bracelets together, or you know, wedding favours. Are you travelling with a little party? You know, make everybody a lovely little summery bracelet.
That's a nice idea.
It's a delicious. I think it's a scrummy colour. It's the colour of like a cocktail or something. It's just absolutely beautiful. Under £50. Check it out. Well done. I hope you managed to get
We'll
it.
move that on because there's less than 10 now, I think. Single figures remain. I think there's 9. Susan, Brian, you've just came in. You've got a chance. Diane, you got a chance. Brenda, Corrine, June, Sylvia, Hilma, Tracy, Nancy, Lisa, Denise, Barbara, Anne, West Midlands, Norfolk, Bristol, Norfolk, London. There's 9 left, so you've got a chance, but you need to check out now.
It's just so different, you know. I've seen Amazonite many times. I've seen turquoise many times. I've seen paraiba tourmaline a few times. But this surpasses all of them.
We're going to do the coins next.
For beauty,
Steph.
this surpasses all
Perfect
of them.
for a bracelet.
Do you think the yellow jade, the flowers,
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Beautiful, really, really beautiful idea.
Right, phone lines are showing that it's very, very busy. There's 7 left of the bundle. Let's start now with the coins. Let's get the graphics straight in, please, Lauren.
This is my first coins. We've not done coins.
Yeah, we don't have them very often. When we do, they always feel like they're very, very popular. I think this is only the second time we've had Amazonite coins. And to start, I'm going to show you where the previous coins closed and they were ungraded.
Well, you're going to beat the price of what we've done before?
We're going to beat the price. So the coins we previously brought, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure they were Peruvian. I think they're the Peruvian variety, and they closed and sold out. We've got the exact same quantity at $49.99.
That's a great
So we're going to
price.
start at $49.99 today.
Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What do you think from a design perspective, coins, what do you think they lend themselves to?
Well, looking at them on the screen, I'd use them as spacer beads between those pearls. I think they'd sit really nicely.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Or with the silver spacer beads.
Yeah.
That would be
Everything goes with the silver spacer beads,
I think these with the 2 mil size spacer beads.
the smaller ones.
Yeah,
Definitely,
absolutely.
yeah.
Gorgeous, delicate
Would
little
look so pretty.
stack
I
of
think
bracelet.
you add in those space beads that we played earlier, and the cost of it, I mean, what was it, 10 pence a bead at one point? Might have been even lower than that, I can't remember. But
so good.
if you got your 20% off, you're putting little money into your cost overall, but
And you
it's
could
going to
ask
elevate the price
them,
by so much.
I was going to say, if you were selling, you could, that's so much
you're not
more.
adding 10p to your asking
No,
price,
no
you're
way.
adding hundreds of pounds because it's precious metal. Okay, we're at $49.99. That's the lowest price we've ever had for Amazonite coins, ungraded Amazonite coins. Let's take £10 off, please, on $39.99, under 40 quid.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Cool now. $39.99, it's 20 carats. It's the first A-graded material we've seen. It is the perfect tropical blue. It is that beautiful paradise blue, isn't it? It's just, and so gorgeous on the skin.
Completely natural. We're going to have a 30-second clock because we're not even stopping at £40 today. There's only 50 of these. 50 of the coins, 50 of the cubes, and 50 of the rondelles, but you have to be very, very quick
and
to
somebody
get in.
mentioned kunzite, which is really interesting because recently, for many, many years, kunzite has been kind of dubbed the Brazilian princess, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And only in the last 2 years, 3 years?
All of a sudden, since they found this Amazonite material, they're saying that the princess has found its prince, because obviously pink and blue matches nicely.
It is. It's a perfect marriage with so many.
It would work beautifully together, especially when they're both from Brazil.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. Maybe we do. I'd say I'm doing this again. I'm doing this with Dave, and he tells me. I was going to say maybe we could do a Brazilian showcase and do Brazilian things like. And Russ was like, "Do you know how hard it was for me to get this?"
It took a year to get the grading material. Okay, well done. Over half the stock's gone already. $29.99, the lowest price coins we've ever done.
Yes,
and this is the first time we've had the grade in front of that Amazonite.
30, under 30. I'm going to hold it up to my neckline. I've got a turquoise. I'll tell you about it. I'll wear it one day. I've got a turquoise necklace that I wear. It's the simple strand of Sleeping Beauty, and it was fairly expensive, but this is going to give you that look.
Oh, very nice.
But this is cleaner. You know, the material is clean. It's sparkling, and it's £30.
I'm not. I can't remember if it's Ashley Clark, but there's the biography collection, and it's perfect to use coins with the biography bracelet collection. I think it's Ashley Clark.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. £30 today, $29.99.
Great for a choker, isn't it?
Yeah, perfect. And I think this will look really good with layers.
Definitely.
Beautiful with silver or with gold or even with rose. Beautiful with rose and bronzy tones.
Okay, half the stock's gone. We're gonna have another 30-second clock. Let's go lower. Let's get them all home. Yeah, well, I think we've sold out of the bundle now. I want sell-outs across the board. Maker, Carol, Bristol, Maker, Pauline, Greater Manchester, Maker, Northamptonshire, Teresa, Greater Manchester wants 3, Lanarkshire, Amanda, Leicestershire. Let's just get all these coins at home. 20 carats, A grade. I did not think anything in this whole collection was going to go to the price point we're going to do on this one. There's only 50. Guarantee your place, guarantee your chance to own.
So reading between the lines, was this the price you had planned?
$29.99 was the price. I didn't think we'd be going any lower. I didn't think we would get seeing anything going under £20, but the coins are going to £19.99 pence today. Let's just get everyone owning A-grade material.
Go on.
There's only 50, and we want to get this Amazon as quick as we can so we can get more in whilst we've got the access.
Absolutely amazing. Under £20, $19.95. Just treat yourself. That is £30. Sometimes we go. £20, you can go on then. Yeah. That's absolutely. Do you do that?
Makes a big difference.
It does, doesn't it? But the thing is, like with the kids and stuff, and my partner, I'll spend £30 on them without a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Oh, that you're going on a trip with the school, 45 quid. There you go. Yeah. The other half. Oh,
it's never ending, is it?
Yeah, I think he'd like that. You know, bottle of Baileys or something. Yeah, that's 25. And you go, yeah, I get that. And then you go for something for yourself. You go £4.50. Don't know.
Yeah.
But
you didn't have the donut, did you?
Exactly. That's right. I didn't have that donut because it was too much. But £20, treat yourself. Absolutely, you deserve it. It's just, you know, a beautiful way to wear your gorgeous jewelry. I'll show you again with the pearls.
Another guest designer in. Ellie's just added to her basket.
Hi, Ellie, darling. Happy birthday. And this is the thing, we're all celebrating birthday.
Yes.
So it's more about celebrations and treats and things like that. And you can get it today for just an amazing reduced price. This is with, I just imagine one bracelet with the pearls and one bracelet with the Amazonite. Really easy make. Yeah. Really, really pretty.
Right, we're going to get onto the rondelles next.
Okie dokie.
There is 12 left. 12 of the coins, so do take advantage. First time ever A-grade material, completely natural.
I love the rondelles.
Graphics straight in on the rondelles, please. Let's get straight into it. There's such a high demand for these gemstones, for these strands, so let's get it in as quick as we can.
So next door, Steve created a collection years ago, over 10 years ago, called the Gems of Distinction Collection.
Yep.
And he picked tanzanite,
garnets,
rubies, sapphires, emeralds, to create designs like this. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to do what I think you're going to do, this far and exceeds.
Let's open up at £100. We've never ever had rondelles before in Amazon. This is the first rondelle. It was one of the most requested shapes. Was nuggets and rondelles.
Wow!
So for the first time ever, we're bringing Amazonite rondelles for you, and we're starting with an A-grade material. We're starting at £100, $99.99. Please, 30 carats.
And the A-grade, it doesn't.
Half the stock's gone already, by the way.
The A-grade doesn't just lend itself to the colour, by the way. To get an A-grade, you have to have colour, transparency, and it has to be natural.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So you've got the colour, 10 out of 10. I've never seen a more saturated Amazonite. This is 10 for saturation.
No, definitely.
Then you've got the openness, the clarity. Think about, versus those grainy stones that we were seeing before, or the turquoise that we just showed you. That's what we normally see. So this has got the colour, the clarity, and it's natural.
Right. We're at $99.99. Let's half the price, please. Lauren. $49.99, but we're not stopping there. We'll go 30-second clock, please. So let's half the price, then 30 seconds.
Okie.
We're not stopping at $49.99.
Brilliant.
One bidder's bought 9 of these. Congratulations, well done. Because we might never be able to get the A-grade material in again, so stock up whilst you can.
Just look at how saturated this is. Look at how it pops on the screen. You haven't adjusted the saturate. At home you've got the different levels. You think, what's going on with my telly? That's how good this looks.
That's how good it looks, exactly.
Yeah, it's
That's the worst. It's going to look even better when you get it home as well, isn't it?
incredible, even better in the sunlight. You know, we're in a studio with big bright lights.
Yeah.
Wait till you see this in
in the sunshine, it'll be beautiful.
Yeah, with the glittering effect of the lustre. It's absolutely stunning.
There's 16 left. We're at $49.99. We're not done.
Here we go.
$29.99 today for 30 carats of A-grade Amazonite.
Love it. Love it. 30 carats.
Jennifer, West Midlands, Georgina, Pauline, Brenda, Carol, Bristol, Patricia, Shropshire, Northamptonshire, Maker, Samantha, Hertfordshire, Leicestershire, Amanda, Denise, Norfolk, Jennifer, Valerie, Somerset, Patricia bought 2, Sally, London, Carol, Bristol has bought 2, Tracy, Cumbria, Rupal,
Beautiful.
Deborah, Anonymous Maker, Cheryl, Greater London, well done. Everyone pays the final low price. $29.99.
Do you know what would be lovely? You know, like if I were to describe to you like waterfall droplets, like because they've got this watery effect.
Yeah.
If you created like some
Absolutely.
stations,
That would look delicious.
yeah, some really
brilliant.
lovely, because the way that it cascades in the light is just or literal stations. With
They're
a couple
just the
of
right
pearls.
size for that.
They
as
are,
well.
Yeah. And you know, to use these as spacers alongside really bold colour, jewel colour beads, you know, bright greens, bright blues, bright pinks. Or black,
Black,
you know,
yeah.
I remember, I think it was Susie who had a black jade and Amazonite necklace. So she'd got some black, I'm pretty sure it was black jade, was like the main component. And then I think she had like a pink stone and then an Amazonite and then a pink and then back to the black. It was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
It really, really is stunning. And again, you can, you know, incorporate, when we do our masterclass in a moment, you can incorporate the amethyst
the silver, definitely.
into the silver really,
without
really
shadow.
well.
So just like little
Very,
stations
very
along the way
easily.
to complement
Yeah.
the pieces.
Yeah.
We'll have a minute to close on that. There's 11 left now. So do check out. You've got 1 minute to check out, and then it's the finale on the
I can't
cubes.
believe you did that under 30.
Under 30
The
pounds,
cubes might be my
Yeah,
favourite.
everyone loves the cube.
They might be my favourite.
I think these may be the first Amazonite cubes as well, actually.
Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting.
be.
So exciting. I hope you are able to check these out. Well done. Loads of you there. 42 seconds at this price. It's your birthday deal. It's your birthday special. Under £30. Absolutely amazing. It's glowing, it's gleaming, and it looks even better in person. They are absolutely flying out the door. I cannot wait to see Wall of Fame.
Yeah, definitely. Send them
Designs.
into the Wall of Fame. Ellie guest designers, and again, well done.
Yeah, Ellie's back in. Well done. Loads of you coming in to grab them. Maker June, Georgina, check out Samantha, check out Amanda, check out. Well done, Tracy. 2 Tracys back to back there. Teresa, Denise, Jennifer, Valerie, Patricia's got 2. Paulie, it's busy. It's really, you love
Less
this
than 10
Amazonite.
seconds to check out. Well done. Hertfordshire, Maker, Hackney, West Midlands. You've still got a chance.
I love
Samantha, there is 6 left. Amanda in Leicestershire. Suzanne, you've just snuck in at the last minute. You've still got a chance to take advantage of that. There's 5 left now.
It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful.
Right, finale of the first time ever A-grade Amazonite cubes.
I'm going to show you straight.
3 left on the last auction now.
Look at that.
Oh, there.
Right, there's been a huge influx of
All
people
of these.
Lovely.
queuing up, and it might be because they're waiting for these and not the previous auction.
Oh.
We're looking at 40 carats, so a huge carat weight for cubes, 4mm, completely natural, A-grade Brazilian Amazonite faceted cubes. There's 50.
I can see the surface in those, can't
Yeah, they are just. It's like, you know,
They look amazing.
I've never been to the Maldives, but if you imagine dipping your toes into ocean this colour, you know, it is absolute. In fact, it's like that amplified. It's just
Absolutely.
there really is no comparison stone to it.
No.
There's no competitive stone. You can say, oh, it's a bit like turquoise, but this is cleaner.
Yeah,
Oh,
without
it's a
shadow
bit
of a doubt. I
like.
prefer this turquoise.
Yeah, it's a bit like
and
jade.
I said I
It's
prefer
more
it to
pure
the Prey
blue.
Tourmaline that I've seen.
I completely agree.
Right, let's get the graphics in. This is your finale. Last chance. Cubes, one of the most popular shapes.
Oh,
We don't see often
it's
enough.
heavy. It's 40 carats.
40 carats is a big carat weight. Oh, wow. Okay.
Everybody's loving
Everyone's
the cubes.
checking out.
What is it about? Because
Wow.
I
Okay.
don't know why.
It's that they sit so beautifully together.
Did it-
I would never put anything in between a cube.
I think they look
they're
high
lovely.
end. I think that's what it
Yes.
is.
Do you know what? Let's do this in one price crash. Because this has gone absolutely crazy.
This is the biggest carat weight.
It's the biggest carat weight.
It's good. It's really busy. We have the opportunity for you now. 40 carats, A grade, absolutely stunning colours. I think gold spacers with this one. I don't know why, because the cubes maybe. I just think the gold like
gold
disc
would go nice.
spacers.
Yeah.
Really
Let's do this
beautiful.
one first time ever A grade material, first cubes we've ever done, first faceted material of Amazonite. You can have it for $39.99.
Oh, go on then.
Under 40 quid. Let's do it.
Why not? Go on then. Treat yourself. $39.99. That's
They're big. They are big. They're
absolutely
bigger than I remembered when I brought them in.
They are.
They're really,
They are really
carat
big.
weight.
Big carat weight. They're 4 mils. You could use them in juxtaposition. Do you mind if I share with everybody your earrings that you made?
Please.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, so this was the challenge for today. This is what was in your calendar.
Lovely.
But imagine using just one of these in this. Do you know what I mean? You're just, they're going to last
that's
last.
a great idea. And they're going to pop then. You're going to see
exactly.
the quality.
Just a head pin through them.
When less is more, you know, when you've got colour like this. How many? 4.
Okay, let's end that there then.
Aren't they cute, those
Good
earrings?
luck to everyone. There's over, it looks like nearly 100 people in baskets, so
4
there's only
left.
4 left. Do check out Anna, Cumbria, Kenneth, West Midlands, Northumberland,
Right,
Mary,
I know it
Carol.
took you ages to get these in. Can you get some more? Now, that is, you know, it's only taking you 12 months.
We're working on it
I
straight
know
away.
you are.
Now,
I know
after
you
this
are.
show, after the popularity, after how many people can see, at least we'll have the room
He's
to
getting
get
it
back
badgered
in.
from everybody. Are you getting any
Let us
anymore?
know what shapes or designs or, you know, how you want to see it. Let us know as much as you can, and we'll do our best to get it for
We've got a
you.
message in from lovely Ellie, our guest designer. She says, Amazonite is one of my favourite colours. It's the gem of the year. The quality was...
Is out of this world.
Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. I do have
I was going to say, we have to have it,
I need to have my eyes retested.
You're going today,
I keep
aren't
saying
you?
that, don't I? They are out of this world. It is out
and you're
of
not going to
this
be
world.
disappointed with these when you get them home. They're
Yeah.
absolutely incredible. I've checked the whole parcel, everything in the vault, and it is all absolutely incredible.
It is. It's incredible. Well, Roscoe, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, it was Ellie, guest designer.
Yeah, it was. It was
yeah.
Ellie. Thank you very much for getting those in for us, and they've all gone.
Beautiful.
There's just a couple left, I think, of the discs and the rondelles.
Yeah, check the web. There's single figures maybe, but very, very popular. Well done to everyone that confirmed.
Alison, those need no torch. These need no torch. They glow on their own. They really do. Yeah. They really do glow. Alison, you're so right. I can't wait to see what you're going to make with them. Do send all of your pictures in. Right then, Roscoe, are you ready for the masterclass?
On to the masterclass, yeah, let's do it.
Shall I show everybody, now that I've given you a bit of a tease, shall I show everybody these? So with our calendars, each pouch has a piece that you can make, and we're doing a challenge for our guest designers. Every time they come in, every day we're opening a pouch. This morning you had these gorgeous lucite stones. And look at what we've created. So if you've got the calendar at home, then you'll have these beautiful lucite flowers. I love, so summery, and this is the first time you've used them, isn't it?
Never used lucite flowers before, ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I quite like that element of the birthday challenge, because it puts you a little out of your comfort zone.
It really does.
Have you used the spacers on the ring?
Yes,
I did.
Yeah, very good, yeah.
She's
made
used the
like
spacers.
a little stretchy ring.
Check the web for that.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Right, the cubes have completely sold out, so well done to you for that. The other pieces are really limited quantities, so we're also, before we finish the show, because we did an amazing deal, didn't we? 1,000 pieces
We'll
of silver.
definitely have to recap it.
We'll do a little
I'll have a look
stock
at the
recap.
stock now.
Perfect. And those earrings, I mean, those are ready to wear. I've popped those in right now. They're gorgeous. Love those.
It's just a head pin.
Is it just a head pin?
Threaded through the centre, and then I've
The head
just...
pin from earlier?
No, actually, it's not.
Could you use the ones from earlier or not?
They weren't...
Oh, they're featherweight head pins.
Yeah,
aren't they?
exactly.
Yeah, so they're a little bit
small.
smaller gauge.
They were out of a kit that we'd got here in the studio, and then I just bent them around my round nose pliers and
Amazing. They're so
the
pretty.
findings with them.
Lovely. Okay, so we are going to get into our masterclass next. Stay exactly where you are. I can't believe the time.
Gone quick
It has,
today.
hasn't it? We're going to bring to you the most awesome showcase. Just stay exactly where you are.
Somewhere in Kansas, Dorothy dreamed beyond the wheat fields. Until a whirlwind whisked her away to JewelleryMaker's 15th anniversary celebration. Follow the road to world exclusive creations designed by JM's award-winning in-house team. New product launches from JM's legendary gemstone experts. 11 guest designers demonstrating industry-leading techniques live. Plus, meet 12 iconic brands with dazzling newcomers to JewelleryMaker. After 15 days of discovery, the grand finale awaits. Join us for the 15-hour live celebration. There's no place like JewelleryMaker.
Hello jewellery makers, I'm back in the studio this Sunday as part of the birthday celebrations. I hope you've been enjoying all the amazing deals we've had over the past few days. We've got some lovely projects for you on Sunday. In the 9 o'clock we've got this stunning chrome dioxide connector, and I have made it into a beautiful necklace which is so sparkly and pretty. So I'm looking forward to bringing you that. And then at 12 o'clock we've got my favourite. I've got the most lustrous strand of huge Baroque pearls, and they come with instructions to make this lovely red carpet necklace and also a very ingenious gem set clasp. So I'll see you on Sunday. Take care.
It's our 15th birthday at JewelleryMaker, and we're giving new customers the gifts. As a new customer, enjoy an exclusive birthday bundle. A stylish JewelleryMaker branded binder with jewellery making technique sheets. Plus a brand new JewelleryMaker mini design board, perfect for sketching your dazzling designs. Start your jewellery making journey in style.
Welcome back. It is masterclass time. Now we're going to get quite into our demonstration quite quickly, but I do want to show you the stunning pieces that have been created with these items. Now this is something that you could make yourself, right? But this
Absolutely, you could.
This is a little bit more...
It just takes all that stress away from you. It would be rather more difficult to make the clover shapes that I've used. Yes, triangles, squares, hearts even. But those, I think I would struggle with those little...
clovers.
Clover shapes.
Yeah, to make these yourself, of course.
Yeah.
And you know that it's very, very high end. You've got a really beautiful high end finish here. So I'm going to show you what you're going to get in your project.
Shall I move this out of the way for you?
Let's pop that there so I can bring this into the shot. So we can see. Is that about right, Adam? So a bit of look ski.
We get loads.
Okay. So this is. You don't get everything. No, it's all separate. Okay.
You get loads in those little packs.
So this is one project. Is that right? Everything.
Yep.
And then this is a separate project. Okay. So let me just. I'm going to spill these out if that's okay. I'm sorry, team, because
there's 3 different sizes of each shape.
Okay. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes. Okay. 3 different sizes of each shape. Let me just take this out so I can show you. So you've got the larger hearts, the medium hearts, then I can spill those everywhere, and the little hearts. Now, this is the same in the square, the triangle, the round, and the clover
That's right.
shape. So you are going to get all of these amazing silver finding. Well, you could use them as you could use them.
You could use them as charms. You could make a little charm bracelet out of them. You could just put an earring finding on those and have little heart earrings, couldn't you?
You could. So you're going to get the 5 different shapes. You've got squares, you've got hearts, you've got clovers, you've got triangles, and you've got rounds. And you've got 3 different sizes, okay? So this is one project, this is one code, all available for you on pre-order. You also have your soldering stencils. Yeah. So this is your stainless steel. You've got your angled and your curved.
Yes.
We also have a special clasp for you. I love this clasp.
I didn't actually use that, to be honest with you, but it's so pretty.
Really, really beautiful. So you've got the 5 shapes, 3 sizes in each shape. You've got your soldering steel soldering stencils, your stainless steel soldering stencils in the round, and then you've got your clasp as well. We're going to put everything available for pre-order. These are going to be really popular, okay? Really, really popular.
Honestly, I didn't count them, but there are a lot.
There are a lot that you get, so they're going to last a really long time. We're going to let you have a look at the demonstration. You can start pre-ordering, you can start shopping now, and we will bring the auctions live after the masterclass demonstration.
We're going to be using these soldering stencils and they're absolutely fabulous. They come in lots of different shapes and sizes. There's some missing out of there because I'm using them. You don't have to use them for the inside shape. You can shape your wire around them. You can place your shapes around them. You could do shapes around the outside. You don't have to do shapes on the inside. But anyway, we're going to have a go at a couple of things today to show you how I would probably use them. Now, as a lot of you will know, I make a lot of filigree, and these are perfect for filigree. They're perfect because all the little shapes that you make of your out of your filigree wire can all be put inside here and soldered together and just make beautiful shapes. But today we've got all these lovely shapes here. We've got clovers and hearts and triangles and squares and little flowers, and they all come in different sizes as well. So we've got lots and lots to go at there. So let's have a look what we've got on the block to start with. Let me move those out of the way. That's it. There we go. So what we've got on the block today are 2 different ways of doing this. This one, I've put my pieces on a piece of masking tape. Now, the masking tape will have to burn because we burn it off, but saying that, it does hold all your pieces in place. Nothing moves, which is a massive bonus. Now, this one is all loose. Now, it's all about contact points when you fill these because you want as many pieces touching as possible. So I've got 4 hearts in there, but because they weren't touching properly, I've put 2 little triangles in to push them together and make contact points between there. And also for the points, I've put a little granulation ball in the middle as well to make the points sort of fit together and have contact points for the solder to flow. So we thought we'd have a go at both of these. I'm not sure, that's going to take a little while because it's more fiddly if you've got nothing to to work on. So I might actually put the solder on that off camera to save you watching me fiddling with it. But let's put the solder on here and see how we get on. Now, I don't use the syringe as such to put the solder on. I take it out and I feel I have more control if I put it on like this. So dab it on here, as I say, making sure you've got it on every, let's pop it on there a little bit, there we go, making sure you've got it on every contact point. Don't worry if it doesn't all solder. if a lot of it solders and just the odd bit here and there doesn't solder, then you can pop it all back in again and just add that 1 or 2 pieces, resolder it, and you can fire it again. So let's have a look. I've put little balls in the corner there to make contact points, and if you look at it closely, if you look at any filigree closely, it's all about the contact points. And obviously these shapes, these stencils, just are fabulous for holding everything in place. Put some more of this on here. I've just got it on the block here, and I'm just dabbing it on. Then what I'm going to do is let's put some on there. As I say, doesn't matter if it doesn't all solder, don't worry. It's ever so easy because you've got your basic shape. It's like well, you have it's like a jigsaw basically. You'll have a gap where your 1 or 2 pieces, hopefully no more, will go in the piece if they don't actually solder straight away. So let's make sure we get plenty on. Don't want to drown it, we don't want to fill the holes with solder, but we want enough on. But I'm going to just use my finger and just smooth that over now, just to press it in, and then I'll put some more on. You can see where it is now. I'm going to pop a little bit more onto my tile here and use it off there. Let's pop it up here where you can see maybe a little bit better, hopefully. So just dab a little bit on. And of course the solder paste acts a little bit like glue as well, because that holds things in place. There we go. So I'm going to just rub my finger across there. It presses it in and it takes some of the surplus off that we may not need in there. Now what I'm going to do with this one for a change, and seeing as it's got the masking tape on it, I'm going to solder it from, I'm going to heat it from underneath, sorry. So I'm going to bring in my tripod here. Let's take that, pop it on there. Let's move those out of the way. How does that look? I'm going to take those right out of the way because... Right, so we're now going to get our torch. We're going to heat that up from underneath, and then we'll see what happens. We're going to keep the torch moving all the time. You see the paper set on fire in a minute. Can you see the solder bubbling? There's the flames of the paper setting on fire. Do a little bit from the top, a little bit from each. Whoops! That wasn't useful, was it? I think the solder has all flowed now. So let's turn that off, and we're going to pop that in the pickle and see what comes out. As I say, don't worry if it's not perfect. We can sort it out, but for now we'll put it in the pickle. What the pickle will do was will get off all the fire stain and not the fire stain, the fire scale, and clean it all up, and we'll see where we go. If it isn't soldered at all, it'll all drop to pieces when we put it in the pickle, but let's hope that that's not the case. In fact, let's see if we can there we go, take that off. Can we lift this up? Yeah, there we go. There we go. little bit of paper underneath, a little bit of ash. That's risen up a little bit in the middle, so we might have to get the tweezers on that, the pliers on that, and just flatten it down a little bit. But apart from that, it looks okay. So I'm going to pop that into the pickle, and we'll have a look at that in a few minutes when it's pickled. We're now going to solder the round one that isn't on masking tape. So that did move around a little bit, but I've put the solder on, so we have no alternative but to heat that from the top. So we'll have a look at that. As I say, keep that torch moving. We don't want anything burning or melting. Let's see how we go. Keep going in and out and having a look if you'd rather. There we go. Of course, the metal around the outside will act as a bit of a heat sink, so hopefully that'll save the day if it gets too hot. Wow. You know, I'm very pleased with that. That flowed. Woo, still smoking. Take that off there. What we got there? Oh, a little bit of excess solder. Stuck. Okay, let that cool down a little bit. It'll come off when it's in. But that, I do have to say, I'm really surprised, because that's possibly turned out better than the one with the masking tape. So well, let's have a little bit of a competition between the two. So I'll pop that in the pickle with the other one, then we'll get them out and we'll have a look at them. Okay, well, here they are, both out of the pickle now. This one has turned out so much better than I was expecting, because it is more difficult freehand, and I've always been very pro putting your things onto masking tape, but I do have to say that one has moved slightly. The little flower in the middle has risen up on top of another one. I'm not bothered. I will still use it, and you can guarantee if I start messing around with it, I'll spoil it altogether and then it'll be useless. So with years of experience, I have realised that you're better to go with things sometimes. Sometimes you can put them how they should be, but actually I don't mind. So that one came out of there, just to remind you. That one came out of there, but this one's fabulous. It really is. It's in fact, I would say that's probably perfect. And that one came out of there like that. Look, there we go. So those are the frames that I used for those, but I also, and they are ready to be polished now. I've got a little brass brush here, up there. See if we can shine them up a bit. But you can use your polishing pads, your sponge pads, your brass brush, whatever your favourite medium is. There you go. That's already looking cracking. So you make another one of those and you've got a gorgeous pair of earrings. But I've got some other things here that I've done. Now that was done in that shape, and this is very intricate, and consequently I did use masking tape for doing that one. It's extremely intricate, but it did turn out really, really nicely. That's ready to be made into a pendant, I think, probably. But the little balls that you see, the little granulation balls that you see on a lot of my pieces, or on a lot of filigree in general, are to help with those contact points. If you've got too big a gap, pop a little granulation ball in and that will make everything more secure. So that's that one. I also have a little heart one that was done in the triangle. Let me lift that one up to show you. Now that's a pretty one. These have all been polished, so these look quite nice I think what I'm going to do with that one, make it into a pendant and take the chain from each corner, one from there and one from there, so they're all ready to be made into jewellery. And then I've got this, really simple, but how effective would that be as a nice pair of earrings? There you go. Isn't that beautiful? And so simple. And those little stencils just keep everything in shape while you do your soldering. And they're such a big help, and I absolutely love them.
We are very excited. Now, because I didn't have a clue before seeing the demo, but now I absolutely understand. So you can use these to frame up and create these beautiful. So it's like a more straightforward way of doing filigree.
It is, because you don't need to make your shape with the outside sterling silver. Plus, it saves on a lot of sterling silver too, because not making your own frame. You're just placing them all into these little stencils and soldering the way in there. Yeah.
Which is just, I love these earrings. And this is what I love with these shapes. So the bundle is, so you get in 5 different shapes, 3 different sizes. I mean, it lends itself to so many. And again, you can incorporate, like I said, maybe, I was looking at these thinking one of those Amazonite rondelles would look beautiful at the top here.
Yeah, or you could put a head pin through and put one in the middle, couldn't you?
Yeah, you're right. And I love, so simple, but so effective. Look at this ring with the triangles as a stacker.
I really love that.
How sweet is that? Straight, I walked in. That's the first thing I did. I didn't even say good morning.
Yeah, no, you did.
I
you
just put the ring straight on. I said, "I love this," and then I said good morning.
And you know, I didn't even use the stencil for that, because I just soldered them together in a long line. Then I shaped them round a ring mandrel and soldered the seam as you would a normal ring, and it was done.
So you are going to get your squares, your triangles, your clovers, your hearts, and your flowers. Right. So you have to pick your shape.
Yeah.
Right. So sorry. I thought you got them all. So you get 25 pieces. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's 25.
In all 3 sizes.
So across the 3 sizes, you get 25, okay?
Right.
So if you have a look here, that is 25 of the hearts. So C is clover, F is flower, and I'll show you the difference between the clover and the flower, because if you're thinking, well, which one's the clover and which one's the flower? So the clover is your Alhambra style, and the flower is a pretty more
flower,
like petal. Yeah? So that's the clover. Oh, I think they're going to go really quickly. So that's the clover, and that's the flower. Really lovely.
Yeah.
Then you've got the T for triangle and the S for square, okay? So you're going to pick which shape you like. Or, of course, you can get the clovers and the hearts and the triangles. You know, you can just get multiples if that's what you'd like to do. So you're going to get 10 of the smaller size, 10 of the medium size, and 5 of the larger size in each shape, okay?
Right.
The squares, already limited. The clovers, see, our buying team, they're very good now. They've got more quantity in the clovers because they know that's going to be really popular.
Yeah.
So brilliant. We're going to start. Oh, what do you mean we're going to start? Are you going to lower than that? $24.99. Hey.
Wow.
This is solid sterling silver.
And you know, I've soldered mine. You don't have to. You could just make a charm bracelet with them, or make earrings.
You could use them as connectors.
Yeah, you can do lots of things with them.
There's so many ways that you can use these.
But it's nice that they are sterling silver, so that you can solder them if you want to.
Exactly. And you've got this lovely opportunity to create little charms, little drops, really clever spacers. Right, so here's your clovers. This is C. So if you want clovers, you're going to drop down the selector and put letter C. Your flower is an F, F for flower. This is your beautiful, that's really pretty. I think that's such a
lovely.
pretty shape. Again, you can use these as jump rings. So you can just open and close them.
No, they don't open.
Oh, they don't open.
No, they're closed. But you can use them as a closed jump ring.
Ah, perfect. So you've got these, so that's the heart, which is H. You then have your square, which is S. So I like the square because you can do diamonds.
You can do
create
all
really
sorts.
Linear.
Yeah.
And then T is your triangle.
Saying that they're not open, you can always snip them open if you wanted to with your flush cutters.
Ah, perfect. Because they are described as jump rings. So you could...
Well, yeah, I mean, because closed jump rings are really, really useful because if you're using thread, if you've got the slightest, tiniest little hole, the thread will come through.
So it's
but
good
if you
to have the
wanted to
option.
use them as closed jump rings, you could do.
So you could get a little bit of thread. I'm actually going to get one of the bigger clovers to kind of show you what I'm thinking. You could get a little bit of thread and you could do a lariat knot. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
On that side and that side. And then that becomes a connector then.
Oh, a lark's head knot.
Lark's head, I'm thinking. A lark's head. Or you could do a lariat.
Yeah, you could.
As a clasp.
Yeah, of course you could.
You could do. You could make a clasp, couldn't you, out of it?
So you mean in a little friendship bracelet?
Yes.
They'll be pretty.
Yeah, really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know what? This is a really busy auction. You're loving these. What are you thinking about? Are you going to be soldering them together? Are you going to be using jump rings and connectors? And let me know what your thoughts are. We've got lots of you buying multiple sizes. We knew the clover would be really popular, so we bought lots of them. You're going to get 5 of the large size, 10 of the medium, and 10 of the small. I was going to say small of the small, and 10 of the small. You've got the clover, that's C. The flower is F. The heart, now heart's a classic.
Yeah, definitely.
Hearts, and these are silver. These are made 95 silver. The heart, a classic. Absolutely beautiful. I could think of so many ways. And what I would say is, similar to earlier, we had our stash builder bundle. Just have them in your stash. Have them ready and waiting. You know what you've done here with the flower?
Yes.
You could create that with the ring.
Yes, you could. Wouldn't that be pretty?
Very al pretty.
Yeah,
You
lovely.
could put a chain through that and have it as a necklace.
You could, easily. And with the smaller ones, if you are going to solder them together and use these, because we'll be coming on to these, won't we? You can use those to fill in any little gaps.
Spaces, yeah, really. I would definitely, because we're at $17.99, that's 25 pieces of solid sterling silver. We're not done either, by the way. We are not done. So definitely get on that telephone line. And you could, if you're going to snip them with your, did you say flat?
With your flush cutters.
Flush cutters.
Yeah.
You could think about a pair of earrings where you like interlink them together.
Yeah, you could.
That would be cute. Yeah. That would be really cute.
And you could interlink them together, and if you are a soldering person, you could solder them together once you've interlinked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect idea. Right. 30 seconds. Oh, we're not done. We are not done. So let me go through the shapes with you one more time because we're going to go again in price. It's already really busy. Suzanne's got 2, Lely's got 2, Maker in Buckingham's got 3, Susan's got 2, Maureen's got 2, Nicolette's got 4. Your C is your clover, C is your clover, F is your flower, F is your flower, H are your hearts, your beautiful heart shapes, S is your square, very, very popular, and the T is your triangle. Triangle is actually such a helpful and handy shape to have as a jump ring.
Well, you can see that I made the ring. Oh, you've still got it there. She's not letting go of this ring. That was just made with the larger triangles. It's incredible, isn't it?
It's so, so pretty.
Yeah, it's so easy.
And today we're at £14.99. £14.99. You're getting 5 of the large, 10 of the small, and 10 of the medium. And, oh yeah, love it as a little thumb ring.
And
that
looks nice.
We're still not done. You could create this ring with any of the styles if you're soldering.
Yeah, you could.
Really cute in the thumb, right?
You could put your hearts next to each other, couldn't you?
Oh, that would be a gorgeous
sort of higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah, I love it.
And then make it into a ring.
5 large, 10 medium, 10 small, C for clover, F for flower, H for heart, S for square, T for triangle. 25 pieces of silver, real beautiful solid selling silver. This, I tell you what, if you miss out on this in a week when you're making, you'll go, I could have done
You'll
with.
wish you'd got them.
Yeah.
And honestly, they are so. Once I'd soldered the earring, the pieces, the clovers together for the earrings, I just pop them into a wooden doming block and just press them down. They don't need a hammer or anything. Just press them down and they're so malleable.
Beautiful.
And then it just makes that lovely dome shape.
Absolutely beautiful. And I love here you've used the hearts with the triangles to create a beautiful little charm. Absolutely, it's so busy on that phone line. You are going wild for this. I think it's because it's so versatile. You can solder.
It is versatile. What I did with that, because there were gaps when I put, it was too big. I couldn't fit 5 hearts in, but I put 4 in and there were gaps. So I put the 2 little triangles just to fill in the gaps.
Love that, absolutely love that. Right. Shall we go again? Shall we go again? I think we should. Birthday treat, right? Birthday treat, right. C for clover, F for flower, H for heart, S for square, T for triangle. Use these as jump rings, as fancy jump rings. You'll have to give them a snip to turn them into a jump ring, but they are brilliant if you've been after some closed jump rings. Yeah. So that they don't pull on any thread.
Absolutely.
They're ready to use as closed jump rings, or you can give them a snip and turn them into jump rings. I love that you're getting solid sterling silver for this extraordinary price point, because $12.99 would be amazing. Your birthday treat.
Oh wow, how much?
This is going to be
what
so
are we going
good.
to? Wow.
Less than 50p.
And you know, let's be honest, you wouldn't sit at home and make those, would you?
I mean,
they wouldn't be as uniform as that if you tried it.
No, if you tried to make them yourself. Yeah. This is one of those things where that little bit of, that little investment of £12.
At that price, it isn't worth your time.
Exactly. You're so right. For you to make the heart out of wire, or
it takes a little while.
Yeah, and also it's the quality, it's the finish. Yes, I really like these fancy jump rings for finishing off jewellery as well. So if I just turn this around the back for you, you can use these, and this looks so pretty on this necklace, but imagine using these, creating that
little extender,
pretty. Or as part of the clasp itself. You know, it's absolutely beautiful.
Would look really, really lovely.
And I just love what you've made here with your soldering tools as well to create this really beautiful. Those are it's like filigree, but just made a little bit easier.
Exactly, yeah, because with filigree, I've shown you before how to twist the wire, and you've got to keep a nail in it to soften it up, and then make your shapes, and then make them to size. Here, you've got it all done for you.
Ready to rock. Yeah. Or use them as any other way that you would use a jump ring. So if you've used jump rings in your jewellery making, if you have been on the hunt for some fancy jump rings, then these today are less than 50p per piece. They're absolutely flying out the door. Maker getting 5 of these, 6 of these. C for clover, F for flower, H for heart, S for square, T for triangle. Now, we bought more than the clover and they're about to sell out. We bought more than of the clover shape. Those jump rings, those clovers, they are my favourite as well.
I think they're my favourite, to be honest.
I mean, they're just so... I mean, you could make a ring.
So pretty, aren't they?
So, I love that. I actually really, really, really think that's pretty. And I think you could use them as spacers as well on like elastic bracelets.
Oh, you could, yeah.
Super, super pretty. The clovers are... Can you believe that, Roscoe? So we are buying team that what they used to do is they'd buy, say, 25 in each or 15 each.
Yeah.
Then they realise, actually, normally there's one that's more popular, whether that's a gemstone or a shape. So we had...
So they gauge it.
Exactly.
Now,
so we had 150 of the clover. That was the biggest quantity. There's now, that one's the one that's going to sell out first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's good because our buying team know what you like, they know what you love.
Looking at all those names on there, people have obviously got more ideas than we've mentioned today.
Exactly. Well, we've got
I would love to hear what ideas you've got for them.
Yeah, let us know. And hey, here's the thing: once your order's open, it's 1 P&P all day long, right? Yeah. So if you've already ordered today, you're going to get 25 silver jump rings for £12. And they're quite substantial, you know, they're not like little piddly jump rings, they're quite substantial. 10 of the small, 10 of the medium, 5 of the large. What shape are you going for? You're still dialing in for them. It's really, really busy, really, really popular. Flying out the door, I'm going to give you a stock update in a moment's time. If you want the clover, if you want the hearts, I would recommend you quick, okay? So if you want the forming frames, having a look at the website, so you can have a look at our web. We've put them straight to web as a deal at £30, which is absolutely brilliant. The clasp we're going to bring to you next. I am a sucker for a fancy clasp. Have they? The stencils have sold out.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I show you how to use them in the demo and in the PDF. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, that class, I love the way it's satin finished, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got this beautiful brushed effect. We're going to get straight down to your price. It's brand new today. I think this is absolutely gorgeous.
It's really chunky as well, isn't it? It's not a feeble one.
And when you have a lovely clasp like this, it elevates the whole look.
It really does. And I'd be tempted to make it into a feature as well.
Yeah,
you know, rather than leaving it at the back.
Yeah, and it's a lot of silver.
Yeah, it's
a lot of silver. Right, think about pearls, pearl strand, jade strand.
Definitely. Yeah, go with your higher end, definitely.
Really, and it's not very often that we have fancy clasps like this, because I have to say, they're so expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Even for us to source, you know, they are
I'm
really...
so sorry.
That's okay, don't worry. Do you want to take a little sip of your drink there?
Thank you.
925 solid sterling silver brushed effect. It's a big size. I like an exaggerated clasp. 12mm is a lovely, big, sizable, exaggerated clasp. Oh, I don't see the price.
Oh, wow.
$7.99.
Wow.
Roscoe, that's amazing value. There's, you know, the difference that will add in value to your piece of jewellery.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we were saying earlier, weren't we, that people do look at the finishing of your jewellery if you're selling it. Yeah,
they absolutely do. That's
really
value.
high end.
Really, really lovely. Really well made. $7.99 only. Hey, check that out. Pop that one into your basket.
Fabulous.
Again, it's going to be one of those ones. If you don't get the flower, if you don't get the shaped jump rings or that clasp, I know you're going to be in the middle of a maze
next week,
and you'll go, "Oh, I should have got that." Because I do it. I always compare it to what you got in the cupboard, right? And I'll go, "Do you know what I fancy?" When I was in the supermarket, I was going, "Oh, I won't get it.
Yeah.
I won't get it." And then I get home and I think, "Should have got that."
I know.
Right, we're going to recap our silver bundle. So today we had an amazing 1,000 item, 1,000 pieces of silver, or under £100, right? Any pirate jokes that you can get into the next couple of minutes, send me in your best pirate jokes, because their favourite gemstone is Larimar. What else did we have? Argonite, pyrite. Right, so 1,000 pieces of silver under £50. Now, your head pins. No? Yes.
Yes, head pins.
I keep saying hairpins.
That's like hairpin bend, isn't it?
Yeah. Your head pins are 250, and then we've never done a bundle this size before, $34.99.
They're a nice length too.
They are perfect length, and they're silver, and they're solid sterling silver. Now, if you buy the 3mm spacer beads, there's 250, and there are 500 2mm spacer beads. If you get all three today, you get an extra 20% off. So it's not $34.99. If you get one of each, you get that for under £30. It is such a fab buy. So that is your birthday's essentials special. Now the others might be sold out. So the 3mm, these are fab. Really, really popular.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Really, really popular when we launch these. How many are left, Roscoe? Oh, not many. Look how big. Okay.
I've used them on the stretchy ring as well.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Use them on the stretchy ring. Use them for the Tiffany star bracelet.
Yeah.
Just a simple unelastic. Made a cuff. Made a beautiful cuff. Right. We're doing this today $34.99. Amazing. If you get one of each, that's 1,000 pieces of silver.
It is, yeah.
For under,
a lot.
well under £100. Absolutely brilliant value. And you're just going to use the spaces all the time. They're an essential. And we did this for the birthday as a special. 250 at a reduced price. The higher the quantity, the lower the price. It is absolutely, it's a question mark, isn't it, how we can even do these deals. Absolutely amazing. Today, you are going to get an amazing, amazing opportunity, so don't miss out. There's loads of you checking it out. You've also got the 2 mils. Now there's 500 of these. They're amazing, aren't they?
Fabulous.
And like you were saying earlier, because they're such a good price, you don't have to use them sparingly.
Exactly. You don't have to feel that I've got to save them for something really special.
Or I only want to use a couple of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go wild, can't you?
Yeah, that's why I made the cuff.
You made the full brace. Exactly.
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
make a full
Let's
piece
go
of
for
jewellery.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, for £30.
Yeah.
So if you're getting 3, you get 20% off. If you buy all 3, it's £100, but you get 20% off. Does that make it $79? Amazing. So all 3, that's 1,000 pieces of silver, or for $79.99. Or I'm trying to think of my other. Was that more farmer than pirate? Was it? What would your pirate name be? Let us know. Right, 20. Roscoe. Roscoe. Right, there's 2 opportunities left. Is there really? Wow. Okay. The most incredible, natural, multicolour jadeite flower. This was such an incredible. This is kind of history here at JewelleryMaker. We have got 1 left. That's what we call serendipity, right? It all completely sold out. We have 1 chance left. So whatever you do, make sure you are ready. Now, we have had such a jam-packed show. We're going to do the little rundown of what's coming up tomorrow in a little recorded video next. But let me tell you, we've got pearls, we've got polymer clay, we've got nuggets. We've got a special announcement at 11 a.m. We are also, and it's lovely Mark, so we've got lovely Mark Smith tomorrow, which is going to be very exciting. I'm excited to see our Marky.
Yeah, very nice.
So whatever you do, do not miss out on our showcase tomorrow. Well done. Do check on the website if there's any deals from today that you missed out on. It's been a brilliant day, hasn't
I've
it?
loved it. We've had some fantastic items on.
Amazing.
Haven't
And
we?
the Amazonite and the
beautiful
pearl charm. We've had a really fab. Really fab
been
show.
great.
Yeah, and thank you so much for
Thank you
being a wonderful guest today.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Now, make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. For Mark and myself as we take you through our very specialised showcase. Okay, Roscoe says we had 18 of the mystery boxes. There's 1 chance left. We had 18 of the mystery boxes. That's your premium jadeite suites. 5 items. You got your pendants, your bangle, your bracelet, your earrings,
Fabulous,
and
isn't it?
a necklace, which is absolutely brilliant. We've loved your company. Thank you so much for all your lovely messages. Well done, and thanks to all of our team here in the JewelleryMaker studio. We will see you nice and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Bye.
Bye.
Somewhere in Kansas, Dorothy dreamed beyond the wheat fields until a whirlwind whisked her away to JewelleryMaker's 15th anniversary celebration. Follow the road to world exclusive creations designed by JM's award-winning in-house team. new product launches from JM's legendary gemstone experts. 11 guest designers demonstrating industry-leading techniques live. Plus, meet 12 iconic brands with dazzling newcomers to JewelleryMaker. After 15 days of discovery, the grand finale awaits. Join us for the 15-hour live celebration. There's no place like JewelleryMaker.
Good morning, JewelleryMakers. We've just done a very quick Facebook Live and everybody's giving us a thumbs down. I don't know why. Maybe I've got lipstick on my teeth. That's normally what it is. Something like that. Good morning to you and happy birthday here at JewelleryMaker. We are in the middle of our... It's going to be gone before we know it, isn't it?
I know. Looking forward to the last day only because we're on for hours and hours and hours,
15
aren't we?
hours on Thursday, which is going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
I'm actually really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
My longest show, one Christmas did 10 hours live.
Did you really?
Yeah, because nobody was available, and I was like, well, I was supposed to do 8, and then halfway through, the manager called and said, I'm going to need you to stay on and do another 2.
Oh, wow.
But we're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be lots to look forward to.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. They've got lots planned.
Yeah, we do. It's going to be amazing. So, today we have a jam-packed showcase, which I'm really, really excited to share with you because, I mean, there's so much going on. We have an amazing... Today's early bird is going to be really, really popular. Before we even get into it, I know how much you're going to absolutely love today's early bird. And I know the price, okay? And let me tell you.
I don't know the price.
I know the price. It's unreal. You are going to want to multi-buy. So it's a really versatile, beautiful pearl charm. And you've got these gorgeous, so we're doing, one is, so 2 different codes. One is a peacock, which is like this. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful colour, and it's on a little lobster clasp. So you could add this onto a bracelet. You could add this onto the back of a chain, on the back of a necklace. You could...
Oh, yes, an extended chain.
Yeah, you could turn this into a pair of earrings.
Very pretty.
What I love about lobster claw charms like this, especially a classic pearl, is you're going to wear this in lots of different ways.
Absolutely. You could make bag charms with them. You can put them on, and they're nice hooked onto the corner of your watch as well.
So I had a dream last night.
Oh.
I think because I was looking at it yesterday evening and it must have just stayed in my brain, right? And I had a dream that I had a pair of earrings and I was really proud of them because it was with the white version. Let me show you the white version. And I bought a couple and I've made a pair of earrings.
Yeah.
And then we'd gone out like for dinner and then I'd got like an attachment and then I added it to make them really, really...
Oh.
I'm having JewelleryMaker dreams now. I think I'm officially a member of the team.
I mean, you could add them onto a piece of chain and have them as dangling.
You could,
earrings,
couldn't you? You could have like with you can have detachable tassels and things. You can transform a different piece of jewellery by
just
adding
chop
something
and change.
extra.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, you could add a little bit of chain and then some other drops of pearls.
Beautiful.
And then you could just attach them when I wanted to make them more fancy.
Really nice.
Really. And let me tell you.
Lots of ideas.
It's going to be busy. That auction is going to be busy, 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 busy. So definitely make sure you're ready to check the early bird out. You can start shopping for it straight away. We also have today's 9 o'clock show, which is an essentials showcase. Solid Selling Silver Essentials show. Now, first of all, what Yvonne has made is absolutely fabulous. She's created this amazing, see that bracelet? That is a sterling silver full bracelet. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't think we've done a bundle like this before.
It's like fabric, isn't it? It moves like fabric.
And this is so wearable. This is like every single day wear. And do you know what? A silver cuff like that,
I know,
is a fortune.
I was wondering how. I was thinking that to myself yesterday. I wonder how much it would be.
I was just saying before we came live. Sometimes I think we should go live early just so you can catch what we have a chit chat about. And my mum has a silver cuff, so it's like a cuff, but it looks really similar. It's kind of like a textured cuff, and it's a good maybe probably £500.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I really think you're going to love. And the other thing is, you know, during our birthday event, we've been very focused on strands on projects, and actually, if your stash is looking a little low, this is going to be a
perfect
deal.
stash builders.
Yeah,
perfect
we're going to do. If you need to fill that stash,
I've always wanted to do a seed beaded project in sterling silver.
Yeah,
and this project's given me
fabulous
the opportunity to do that.
Sometimes we have projects which are a little bit limiting, which is fine, because if you love that design, that's fine. But this is going to be a chance for you to build your stash, and you're going to get a demonstration, and you also receive the tutorial printed of your bracelet. So that's really, really exciting. At 10 o'clock, we are going to be joined by the wonderful Dave Troth. Dave is going to be joining us for our luxury jadeite collection. Now, it's really important to remember, if we think of last birthday and the birthday before and the birthday before, we had quite a lot of jade auctions.
Yes, we did.
Volume-wise, we had quite a few. If you think about, you know, when it comes to birthday, it's the same next door on gems actually. October